All right, guys. Today, team, we've got a really good workout. And what I've looked at here is I got 3 different WODs you can choose from. So if you're going to do the workout as it stands, including the running, right? It's going to start with 20 strict pull-ups or 40 rows of some sort. You can do them on the ring rows. You can do odd object rows. You can do barbell, dumbbell rows, whatever you like. Then you're going to go immediately into a 400-meter run. Then you'll get into the dumbbell work with 40 alternating dumbbell power cleans. That's ground to shoulder, switching hands each time. You can also do odd object to shoulder, like the weight if you don't have the dumbbells. Then we've got another 800-meter run this time. You're doubling the distance. Then we go into 40 single dumbbell push jerks. And we're gonna alternate every 5. So it'll be 5 on one side, 5 on the other till we get to 40. You could also do odd object jerks, which can be a plate or a backpack or a weighted vest. Then we're still staying with the black marker. We got back to a 400-meter run and finishing the same way we started, right? Now the no running option, what the no running option does is everything that's not involved running stays the same. And then we move into these options with a little core work instead of going for a run. To replace the 400-meter runs, we'll be doing 60-second plank and 2 30-second side planks, right? To replace the 800-meter run, we'll do an accumulative 60-second L-sit. You can do those on a stack of books. You can do them on chairs, work really well. That's how I have them demonstrated in the video. And it gets accumulative. So if you got to do 10 seconds per time and you go 6 rounds of that, or 20 seconds per time, you do 3 rounds, you want to get up to a minute, right? We go back to the dumbbell push jerks, and then to sub out the last 400-meter run is the same thing we use to sub out the first. You'll do a 60-second plank and 2 30-second side planks. I think in the actual app I have it where the side planks come first this time, and then we do the 60-second plank, but it doesn't matter. It's 6 of one, half a dozen of another, right? And then we finish the same way. Now I've also added a completely no equipment version. Let's pretend you don't have anything to pick up, right? So if you wanted to roll with that, all we're gonna do is add then the blue. So if you're doing, if we come into the alternating dumbbell power cleans, since we don't have anything to do that with, you're going to do 30 single leg deadlift toe touch. It's the body weight movement. I show it in the, some of the older veterans are gonna understand it, but you'll see the video for it, right? And instead of the 40 single dumbbell push jerks, you're gonna run this script. We're gonna either do 20 handstand push-ups or a variation of your handstand push-up that you like, right? We could do strict presses of something heavy. You could lean forward, do the pike push-ups, or you can actually do handstand push-ups. Or if you'd like to do 1 minute of practicing your crawl hold, again, it's gonna be similar to the 60-second L-sit in that I want you to accumulate 60 seconds in the hold position. So if you've got to do 6 sets of 10 seconds, etc. And then we finish with the exact same way as the no running version or as the running version. Doesn't matter, you can swap those out however you like. So I'll show you workout versions of that. I'm looking forward to day 30, guys. Thanks a lot, team. Talk to you soon.
All right, everyone. Day 30, first exercise is strict pull-ups and some variations thereof. Here we've got strict pull-ups at home. That's me in my bedroom doorway. And it's gonna transition real quickly. If I need help, I can just put the tips of my toes on chair. And right there, I've got an assisted pull-up that I can do. Steady and smooth, same range of motion. And then even if I go out to my back porch and I use these, this kind of seated ring option, I keep my hips behind the rings, but then at the top of the pull, I'm still getting that same range of motion, right? Same range of motion. We don't have anything to pull. We can sub that pulling movement out with odd object rows. I'm using a plate coming up in this next video, but you might use a backpack, you might use a weighted vest. The same idea though, good fundamental hinge, hips back, and I'm rolling straight up, straight down. You could even do, split them in half and do alternating with dumbbells. The idea is to keep that core tight and squeeze that back as you row. Now onto the dumbbell movement patterns. First up, we've got power clean. So both hits the ground, come up alternating each side. Steady and smooth, keep the path of that dumbbell real close to your body. Don't curl it, use your hips and drop underneath it, right? Just like a barbell, we're only using one side, The option here is so you can switch it out with an odd object as well. Here I'm gonna use a plate. It could be a backpack. It could be a heavier plate. It could be 2 jugs of milk, I don't know, something crazy. A weight vest. Same movement pattern applies though, Now with the overhead, we're gonna separate push jerks, right? Gonna do 5 and 5 and 5 and 5 in the workout. So dip down, drive straight over, drop underneath. Dip down, drive straight overhead, drop underneath it, right? Conceptually does not change even if we use a plate, even if we use a backpack, even if we use a weighted vest, still tight core. I dip down, I drive over and drop underneath. Dip down, drive, drop. There it is. Dip, drive, drop. Dip, drive, drop. Good little push jerks, good little push jerks, right? Now on to some subbing out if you're not running today. We'll start with the L-sit, which is in the middle of your workout. And you're going to try to accumulate 60 seconds in one of these positions, either a knee tuck or with the legs straight out. Steady and smooth. I use chairs, they worked out great. Now here come your plank movements. You're going to do a 60-second in the front plank, and then you'll do 2 30-second side planks. If you're doing this option, you're going to do these 2 movement patterns twice in the workout, right? Tight, straight body line position. Same here. When I come to the side, I'm keeping my hips forward. I'm keeping my left shoulder over top of my right shoulder, right? It looks like I'm standing up if you just turn me sideways. I'm going to show you the front side view. Nice and steady. You can go from your knees for an option here. The idea is to feel it here. I want to feel it in my left oblique, right? Really keeping my body nice and straight and tall. Now, if you're doing the bodyweight only version, we brought the single leg deadlift toe touches in and handstand push-ups for the crow holds. I'm going to cover these right now. Most of us have done this one, right? I'm going to reach my foot back as far as I can, bend my knee a little bit, touch right in front of my toe, and stand. And again, we're going to break these down in sets of 5. You have to do 30 of them in the workout. Reach back and touch, minimizing that flexion in my spine as best I can. Try to take that opposite leg that's off the ground, and you want to really try to reach it far behind you. That'll help you sink your right hip, in this case for me, into a hinge, right? I'm going to turn sideways one more time so you get a view of it. But the idea is I'm going to take this leg that's extended, and I'm going to try to reach it back as far as I can, to make contact with that ground and stand, right? It's a great balance exercise. It's great for your glutes. It's great unilateral leg work. Handstand push-ups if you got it. You can scale this as necessary, right? You can pike push up. You could even do some heavy strict presses if you'd like. Or, I'm a big fan of, we can get 60 seconds of an accumulated crow hold, right? Steady and smooth here. Remember, try to tip forward. Don't jump into this position. And you're just going to practice holding that. Maybe you hold it for 5 or 10 seconds, and you got to do that 6 or 12 rounds of it. But you want to get a 60-second hold, right? And that's day 30's movements, guys. I hope you all have a great workout. I can't wait to hear how well it went.